G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more of our complete Elementalist playthrough of Skyrim. When last we left off, we are heading down into Alftand to get ourselves our second slash third Elder Scroll. And we are finally set up with our 100% destruction fortification gear, meaning we can cast destruction spells until the cows make their way ever so slowly back to their domicile, and it will not cost us any magicka, which is insane. Just unbelievable. I know I just started grabbing a whole bunch of dwarven stuff from one of the outlying buildings in Alftand, but I really feel like this should just be a speed run. I don't need the dwarven gear. It's only going to give me money. Got stuck on something there. And I don't need the money that much. So, excuse me. Yeah, we're just going to power through. I guess if I kill something, I will loot it. But some things. Come on. I know you're going to pop out of there in a second. Because that is what you do. Wondering if I should set up like spark or flames. I don't have anything on my force slot at the moment, do I? Just because we're going to end up killing, not killing, but aggroing Serana. Why do I never get that name right? Oh my god, that does no damage whatsoever. What about... No. That's just going to get us killed. Like, seriously. Let's just try and keep her behind us. I know there's stuff just down there, but who cares? It's only stuff. Big heal's probably a good idea. Oh, get the light going again. And some protection. Go. I know I said I wasn't going to take stuff. I can't help myself. Gonna wait. I'm gonna set off that flame over there, but only after the bots come out. I really need you to stay behind me. Did not notice that trap.
Where'd you come from?
Okay, this gate might actually be hard to get open. Maybe not. Sometimes the gates, you've got to look at them at just the right spot to be able to cast the unlock spell. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Oh, it's my floating torch setting off fumes is what's happening there. Might as well pick all this up. Excuse me. Quick save. Okay. Onward! Oh, that sounds like one of the voice acting things from Baldur's Gate, I think. Yeah, we're carrying too much. Mobile luggage, please. This is definitely one area where you do not want your mobile luggage following you around, because it sounds exactly like all of the other Dwarven automata, what I meant to say, and therefore you will end up in a situation where you do not realize you're about to be attacked because you cannot hear it.
Who's there?
The new auto fireball. Okay. And this is actually a perfect place to use it. The unbounded flames. Actually, let's dual wield it, shall we? It's a perfect place to use it because down there somewhere there is a whole bunch of bad guys, actually.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Yeah, not all that great, except it does leave like a burning area behind it. Ooh. I've woken up a few of the Falmer, etc. down there at the moment, but none of them are getting all that damaged by the flames. Let's just quickly... Yeah, I knew there was a chest here somewhere. What am I doing? That light. Ammo. standard fireball, elemental blast. Then the unbounded flames. We will look at the original, like master level spells. Once I get to level 90, I will do that quest, and we'll see how they go. But I don't really like any of them, to be honest. The problem with the default game master level spells is they take a very long time to power up. So even if you've got full destruction reduction going for you, the problem then is that it just takes so long to cast that spell that unless you can see an enemy and keep them at a distance and they're not going to get to you for like 2 or 3 seconds, that the spell is absolutely pointless. If you can keep them at a distance and you can keep them away for the 2 or 3 seconds that you need, then you're fine. And these new unbounded, the unbounded flames is garbage, but the other 2 spells are good. Once we get rid of Serana, once we've finished her quest stuff, we'll be able to really shine with those spells, because I like the unbounded storms. I think it is a great way to take on enemies. You can just basically run through a group with that going, and it just zaps lightning bolts. Basically, unbounded storms does an area of effect around you, like close in, where everybody gets zapped. But then also there's just random lightning bolts going off in a larger area around you that will hit your opponents. Great against dragons, and just great against groups of enemies. Okay, let's see if we can get in this gate. Yes, there we go. Locked room. Very nice. Ouch. Ooh. The Dwemer Purple Cloak. I might have to consider using that later as my new enchanted cloak, if I don't forget to sell it. If I don't forget to not sell it, is sort of what I meant. Quick save, please, because this lock could end up killing me if it backfires bad enough. The actual description of this unbounded flames: cast a stream of long-distance fireballs in an arc. Impact creates a wall of fire that does 50 points of damage per second. So it's a good wall of fire that they, but the problem is if the opponent is advancing towards you, you don't actually want to launch the unbounded flames directly at them. You want to launch it in front of them, so that they have to continually walk through that fire and take 50 points of damage per second. But if you just hit them with it, it doesn't seem to stick to them and they just pass right through it. Also, when I'm using Elemental Blast, I'm doing 150 points of damage per blast. Actually, 164. No, 154. But when I dual wield that is then about 320, 330 points of damage, as opposed to the 100 points of damage that the dual cast Unbounded Flames is doing. Unbounded Storms is doing 40 points. So targets in melee range take 40 points of shock damage per second, and half of that to health. And then there's random lightning strikes that deal additional 30 damage. I do like it. It is a very nice spell, the Unbounded Storms. ultimately, it's probably not as good as just casting the elemental blasts, but it's still quite nice. And if I were to add to that down the shock tree, the disintegrate ability with unbounded storms would mean you can basically just disintegrate a lot of the enemies around you. Not all the time, but you will see a lot of your enemies just disintegrate. I mean, Elemental Blast is going to do that as well, because the Elemental Blast has part fire, part ice, part shock in it, so it is going to get those effects from those other abilities. But yeah. I was going to say, where's Serana gone? But she was sitting on the damn chair again. Every chance she gets, she sits down. That's the problem with young people these days. No stamina, no... They're just sitting down all the time. I'm just as bad, really. Anyway. Let's drop down here. Okay. Quickly come up here. Oh, good. We did get him before. Didn't really notice it. Take the gold. Set off that trap. Oh, look.
Where'd you
Whee! Look at him fall. Woohoo! All the way down to the bottom. There's a guy down there as well. One more just to make sure that they're all dead. Here we go. They're dead, Dave. They're all dead. Yeah, I see it all the time too. So many jobs these days that are very sedentary, I think is the word. I know it's the word, I'm just not sure if that's the correct pronunciation.
Who's there?
Who's there? A couple of dead Falmer. Was there more? I guess not. I sort of felt like there was. Not going to bother searching them. Just going to keep going. I will grab that gold ore though. Oh, and that quicksilver. Not actually worth all that much, to be honest. Is that? No, it doesn't set fires down there. This will, though. Oh. You gonna sneak your way up there?
Who's there? Something.
Do. Whoops. Oh, there's something up there. Don't care.
Who's there? Done and done.
Do this just because we can. Where was the lever? Oh, there was the lever there. It's in the... No, don't want any of that. Take the garnet. Two more rolls of paper. Here's another Dwemer purple cloak. Don't know how we missed him the first time. We only just, like, obliterated most of the area down here. It's a strange blood texture on the torch, causing a little bit of interference there. Yeah, don't care about any of the gobs down here. Let's keep going. One guy just over there. Was being the operative word. One there. There'll be one. Like. Oh no, that's a spider anyway. Let's go up here. That way we can get the spider and do the other stuff at the same time. Beautiful. Actually, I'm curious how many shots it's going to take down the Dwemer Guardian, or whatever they're called. That one is locked. Go. Got a feeling there's another Alma back here. Isn't there normally another guy back here? I guess not. There is a chest though. I want to come up the stairs this way because then we're attacking this guy head on.
Knew I heard something.
Yeah, that'll teach him. You'll just stand back there and do absolutely nothing while I hit him with blasts. And then I didn't have my spells set properly, and I screwed up and was not able to work out how many blasts it actually took. But it was like 2 or 3, so that's fine. Right.
Sella, let's get out of here. Where'd you come from? Knew I heard something.
Bring too much. Give me your luggage. Oops, we want that key back. What did I just do? Silly, silly. Yep. I know, it's once you know about it, it doesn't make sense to play any other way as a mage. Once you know that you can reduce the spell cost, it's like why do it any other way? And like as I'm already showing with this build, I'm starting to add in reductions on alteration as well. Now, once I get to 100, level 100 in enchanting, I can put 2 enchantments per item. And so ultimately, I should be able to completely reduce the spell cost of destruction, alteration, and I'm thinking probably even restoration as well. I should be able to have 3 trees where I am 100% or close to 100%. Like, I think I should probably be able to have 100% destruction reduction, 100% alteration reduction, and I would think at least 50% restoration reduction as well. I haven't worked it all out in my head yet, but it depends on like what level of reduction I can put per item. But if you think about these boots, I can have destruction and alteration on those. So basically, this complete set that I've got right now would completely wipe out destruction and alteration. And then I've got one other item that I can put 2 things on. So if I swap it around so if I don't do destruction and alteration on everything, let's say on my boots, for example, I do destruction and restoration. And then on my hood, I do destruction and alteration. So I mix them up between things. I should be able to have complete destruction, complete alteration, and at least 50% reduction on restoration as well, and that'll mean I can cast any spell that I commonly use in the game for nothing, because they're the spells that I commonly use. I just remembered I remembered I've got this new thing, but I didn't know that I had a Dragon Soul, so I'm going to put that in there. I don't know if that is enough to summon him with just the one word, or if I need all three. And I don't plan on doing it just yet. But at some point, I might use that spell. In fact, I'm considering using it against... yeah. I wouldn't focus on mana regen anymore. That's like literally in this build. I am, if I took off all of my gear, I'm about 230 to 250 magicka is what I've currently assigned. I'm not adding anymore. I don't need any more because I'm not using magicka that much anymore.
I knew I heard something.
Oh, that was a bad hit. Well, I mean, it was good for him. It's bad for me. What? How did you get down there so quickly? It's like she teleported or something. What's down that way? Don't actually see them. Oh, hello there. There you are.
Done and done.
Should I go in here? There's actually no need for me to do it. No, I won't. Where have I got to go? I've got to go over this way. Get some lights. And some armor. And some spells, because there's this guy down here that we're going to kill, and he's done. And then there's... whoops. Tweaked at the last second. There we go, that's that guy dead. And there's another one out there somewhere. There he is. Oh. Oh, we got him with the first one anyway. Very good. Okay.
I knew I heard something.
Oh,
Who's there?
where are you, Chorus? I know you just spat at me, but I can't actually see you. Oh, there you are.
Done and done.
Close enough that I didn't actually harm Serena for once. Serana. Whatever. I'm sick of her name. Oh,
Who's there?
and then there's that guy there.
Done and done.
Do. And then just down along here. Where is it? Like just through there. There are some Chorus egg things that are now gone. I think I've got them. I hope I got them. Because I don't like them. Yeah, there it was. And then we got this guy. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, am I hitting him properly there? Where did he go? Where is the corpse? Oh, he's down there in the water. Alright. Go. I should have... I've got the mining spell added to the game. I just... Ooh. Just haven't bothered to buy it or learn it. But I feel like I should have now. Because, there's another one right there. Because, yeah, you can get some good soul gems and stuff down here. Anywho. We're on a speed run. Sort of. Can always come back. And considering I'm not using the Staff of Hasadoki as much anymore, it really doesn't become all that useful to collect soul gems. I'm better off just using my money to buy them when I need them. Ooh, that was another Chorus. Oh, a couple of them. He dodged it. So I also know that there is some Falmer down there. Oh, now he's gone all the way up there. He's getting some protection from some stalagmites. All done, and I've lost... Oh, I was going to say I've lost Serana again, but I haven't. She's right there. Tower of Mazak. Getting close. No. Leave it all, Tony. Don't worry about it. You don't need it. Oh. There's close and then there's right on top of it.
to move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
I just had a really... Well, it's not annoying thought, but... It's been a while since I've seen a dragon. You know what it is? It's my teleporting. Teleporting throws off the thing. See, the thing that you might not know is the chance of seeing a dragon, I believe, is based on scene change,
It's so bright out here.
which usually happens when you go in and out of a location or if you fast travel. And I bet you the thing is that teleportation, like if I was to say, okay, we need to take this back to Dexian, the guy. So we need to fast travel here. So if I go and fast travel, right, there is something like a 20% chance that we will see a dragon when we get to the location. Now, we probably won't here because fast traveling to Dawnguard, I've never seen a dragon outside of Dawnguard. But if I was to fast travel to, say, Riften, there's a 20% chance that when I fast travel to Riften, a dragon will appear. 20% chance when I come out of Riften, you know, if I was to go inside, sell some stuff, and then leave, 20% chance when I leave that location that there will be a dragon. And that's what happens when you go to any location, really. It doesn't seem to happen as much when you, like, let's say you go into, like, I go into the Runoff Caves, for example. It doesn't seem to happen as much when I leave a location like that, but definitely cities and towns, when you leave them, sometimes when you arrive at them, but more often than not when you leave them, it seems to happen. But I think the teleportation is screwing with that a little bit, because that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to teleport, we're going to teleport back to Fort Dawnguard. And I think that is reducing the chances of getting dragon attacks, which is why I've only killed a handful of dragons so far. Oh, he's blind.
I trust your journey was... I'm sorry, my friend. It's my fault. In my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the careful preparation required. I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects, but I was wrong. Now I am paying for it. Blind? Yes, I'm afraid so. No, it will have to run its course, and there's always the chance I may never recover. No, there is another way. I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind could be the scattered across. Performing the ritual of the ancestor, it involves careful. Once enough of the moths are following, in keeping with every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you.
Right. I'm sort of expecting to be hearing music. Like, I don't quite get it. Maybe she's listening to music in her head that the rest of us just can't hear. Anyway.
From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy.
Right. Let's come out here and sell some stuff. Great, you're both there. Mobile luggage.
Cozy little place, isn't this? If you're putting yourself in harm's way, you'd best be prepared. Take these. Eastrun had a surprising stockpile of weapons and armor. Take a look.
Actually,
Fight bravely, friend.
before I sell anything, I should enchant... Oh, he gave me some Dawnguard gauntlets. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of stuff here I
This
can...
is fine for now, but
Very nice.
can't say hold up.
I can disenchant all this, which will give me lots and lots of enchanting levels. I didn't realize I had this many enchantments. I didn't know yet. Ah, look, Fortify Alteration. I was talking about that earlier. But I don't actually have that by itself.
From the vampires. Don't forget that.
All right, very good. 65 enchanting.
We can't give up. There's no one else to stand against these monsters.
Sure, Fortify Heavy Armor. I have 17 common soul gems. Wow. What are they? They're filled with lessers. Just going to use these petties for now. Dawn Guard boots. Fortify two-handed. Dawn Guard gauntlets. Fortify two-handed. Gonna try and just do yeah, no weapons, just armor and clothing, I think. Let's do fortified block on that. I don't know why, but the other thing that I could do once I get to level 100 enchantments is, rather than wiping out 3 or 2.5 schools of magic, I could do things like adding resistance to fire and resistance to lightning to some of my items as well to help protect me. I don't know, I've got to think about it a little bit more about what I actually want to do. But there are lots of combinations of things that I could do. Because, you know, I've got resist fire and resist shock here. They would be good things to add to some of my equipment. Let's just do Fortify Alteration on those. Go. The Dwarven Helmet. Let's do Fortify Alchemy on that, and I'm going to use one of these lessers. That's a... Yeah, hang on. That is a grand, that's a common, that's a greater. Okay. Just going to do these last couple of bad commons that I've got. Yeah, that'll do. Although 68 is I'd rather get my enchanting up to like 70. Because the fact of the matter is I'm never going to use greaters on any of my gear, greater soul gems. So if I have anything with greater or less, that common soul gem, I should use that up in the grand. And then we've got one greater soul there as well. So let's just use that up. I know I said no weapons, but I've got a hunting bow there. I can't... Oh. I can't put archery improvement on it. Oh, let's just make it a fire bow then. Yeah. I'm going to use some of these commons until I get to level 70. Hide armor of Fortify. Restoration. Ooh, a hide shield of fortified block. That sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, still not 70. Braces of... well, light armor. Okay. Imperial armor of... well, heavy armor. There we go. Enchanting to level 70. I almost feel like I don't need those common soul gems at the moment because I'm not actually recharging the Staff of Hasadoki very much at the moment. So I feel like I could use a lot of those gems up. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
What do you need? Blades, armor, smithing
But
materials?
let's sell all of this stuff that we can to him and make an absolute fortune. Actually, I'm pretty sure he'll probably run out of money before I sell everything. I wouldn't be surprised, put it that way. Maybe not. That wasn't everything I could sell. Where is... there she is.
Hope you're getting a... It's not easy to get supplies way out here.
Oh,
Good
look, you've got
management.
another Grand Soul Gem.
Look,
Almost tempted to buy those 2 graders just to use them up to increase my enchanting. But in the meantime, let's sell... and can't sell her anything unless I buy something else from her. Grab those 2. Ooh, we got a Welkin Stone. Don't need it. Don't need that. There we go.
all right then.
Okay, let's get out... well, I don't need the mobile luggage anymore. Let's get rid of you. And let's get out our normal chest.
I like what Eastron has done with the place. Everything else is really prepared.
And we want to put away those. I wish I could put some of those away, but I can't. Put the grands away for the moment. No, actually, I'll leave the graders out. They're fine to stay. I don't need that lift key anymore. The rolls of paper we'll put away. And that's it. Finish that. Alright, so we have to now go and try and read this Elder Scroll ourselves. New capture card aptitude. I bought an Elgato HD60S Plus. At first, I actually didn't like it. So I run Linux, if you don't know, as my everything. My gaming machine, my streaming machine, and Elgato has dubious compatibility with Linux. And I saw a bunch of websites with reviews of various capture cards that worked on Linux, and they said, "Oh, the Elgato HD60, or the HD60S, because there's the HD60, there's the HD60S, and there's the HD60S Plus, and only one of those actually works. The other two do not." Well, the interesting thing is that the way with my old USB, because this is still USB capture, but my old USB capture, the way I used to do that was on the graphics card on my gaming machine, I had set up what was called screen mirroring. So I had two outputs, both displaying the same thing, right? So the single screen that I was playing on was being output to two different outputs on the card, which means one would go to my gaming monitor and the other would go to the USB capture device, which was plugged into my streaming machine. And that always worked perfectly for me with the little I don't have it sitting here, it's over behind me, or behind the monitors. But the little capture card that I was using, the little USB one, that worked really, really well. These are like the $50 El Cheapo generic capture cards that you can buy from Amazon, eBay, whatever. And that always worked. Those things work with Linux beautifully. But when I plugged that same setup into the Elgato, it did not work. It was 1 minute it looked like it was good. The next minute you would change a setting and suddenly bang, it would just look like crap again. And I was really upset. I thought, oh, don't tell me this one review that I saw online, this one actual video of somebody on YouTube that said, be careful with all of those reviews that you see out there. It's actually the HD60S Plus. That's the only one that works. And I went, oh, and I've got it and it's not working. It's doing stupid stuff and I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, oh man, this really sucks. And then just out of curiosity, it has pass through on it, right? So you can instead, what you can do is, and the pass through is really designed for people who want to play console games and stream them. So you take the output from the graphics card into the Elgato, and then out the back of that, you plug that into the monitor. And I didn't want to do that originally, and I still don't have it set up that way. And there's a reason for that. But I tried that, and it was perfect. And I'm like, so the only thing that the Elgato didn't like was the fact that I was mirroring the screen, which should have had absolutely no... there should not have been any way that it would even detect that. But it was obviously detecting that this was a mirrored source somehow, and was having issues with it. So I now have a situation where instead of using the pass-through, and I can't remember the reason why I didn't want to do that, but there is a very specific reason. I think it's got to do with I'm using multiple KVMs, and I have this really weird setup where I have 3 computers and I have 3 monitors, and most of the time I'm actually using just 2 computers together. 1 or 2 at any given time is all I'm using. And if I'm using 2, then one computer will be using 2 monitors, and the other computer will be using 1 monitor. And I have these KVMs, these little switches that allow me to switch. Each monitor is able to run 2 different inputs from 2 different computers, and I have it all set up the way it works. And yes, to get the Elgato to work the way I wanted it to, I just bought another a little HDMI splitter that would split the signal, one part of the signal going to the Elgato and the other part going to the KVM that displays the computer screen, and that's all working fine now. But yeah, really, really strange that that it looked like it just wasn't going to work at one point, and then just changing it from mirroring the screen to actually grabbing that output and using a HDMI splitter instead worked. And I don't understand why a HDMI splitter would fix the problem, and mirroring at the OS level, or at the, not even at the OS level, it's mirroring at the card. My my NVIDIA, whatever it is, it's a 3070 3070 Ti, I think it is. For some reason, mirroring to two outputs on that, Elgato didn't like that. And that makes absolutely no sense, but it didn't. But thankfully, yeah, now it's all working absolutely wonderfully, and we don't have a problem. But I thought I'd wasted a few $100s on this card. When I first brought it home, I went, oh God, it's not working. And instead, I just had to add another 30 or 40 bucks for the splitter, and everything's fine now. Okay, back to this. We have to go. Where is it that we have to? No, it's still pointing us at the wrong quest. I can give this back to this guy at any time. Find a Moth Priest knife. Where did we have to go for that? I should have. It's back here in the Ancestor Glade. You know what? I don't think there is a fast. I don't think there is a teleport to Helgen. But let's teleport to Riverwood. I know it's silly, but teleport to Riverwood, and then from here, I will fast travel to Helgen. Believe me, there's method in my madness. And then we're going to fight our way through Helgen. Oh. Once we open the gate. Come on! It's an apprentice lock, for crying out loud. Hang on. This is not... There we go. It wasn't... The first few times I was casting it, I don't think it was actually doing anything. Did I just... No, where did the other guy get... He got thrown all the way over there. I thought I disintegrated the second guy for a minute, and then I thought, hang on a sec, I don't have that disintegration ability yet.
Where'd you come from?
Done and done. Oh, done and done indeed. You just rose him up. I can't remember how I get around here. One more down. There they are. There's actually a guy right up there. Yoink. Let's grab those. Yeah, this is the exit I want. In fact, she'll catch up. This is the house that you were talking about, Pine Watch, earlier when I was looking for paper. This is where the paper is. I'm not going to go in there. I could, but... Sort of surprised we haven't been attacked. Do need to go off the trail down here a little bit.
Where'd you come from?
Ah, there we go. I knew there would be
Done and done.
a spider along here somewhere. And then... Can I get him from... back here?
Who's
Where
there?
have you gone? Coming out here near Pine Watch.
I was sure I heard. Done and done.
Done and done indeed. Is this little trail here the one that I want? It is. Very good. Let's quick save that.
Who's there?
And then we got to go this way, I think.
Where'd you come from?
Where's he going to crash land? Because he's dead. Like, I killed him. He's just trying to find somewhere to land and die.
Done and done.
He was easier to kill than those dwarven centurions were. Where did he die? I thought he landed up this way somewhere. I would really like, really like to get the soul from that. I guess we keep going up. He must be up there somewhere. That's what's-her-name's farm, who teaches you archery. Come on, where's my dragon? Where's the dragon corpse? Come on. I killed a dragon. Didn't think he came this high up, but his roost, whatever you want to call it, is just up this way. I mean, it's just over there. Lost Serana again. Did he fly back to his roost to die, maybe? Where'd he go? Can't see for the flames. That's one of them, but that's not the one that I just killed. Animal Allegiance, yeah, the one that you never really want. The worst dragon shouts. So maybe the other dragon died somewhere on the... in the area... Here comes the other one. Yeah, he's just around here somewhere. Where is he? Not seeing him.
okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of
Fairly sure we had to be pretty close to get that. This ain't his bones here. No sign of a dead dragon over that way. I think he's probably in amongst the ruins up here somewhere, is what I'm thinking. So maybe if we come around this way. No signs of him there. And he can't be this far. He can't be too far away. He's got to be really close. And the problem is that he was looking for a spot to land. So there has to be sort of like a flat spot somewhere that he landed on. But I'm just not seeing it. So I guess we'll never know. We got the soul, which is good because I wanted to... Oh, we got a level 2, didn't we? Health. Oh, we got a couple of levels. Nothing more we're going to do there. Oh, what's that one? Health, magicka, and stamina enchantments on armor are 25% stronger. I don't really want that, but I will need to take it at some point so I can get extra effort. I think for now I want Apprentice Alteration. Do I want to start going down the magic resistance? I don't think I really care all that much about this mage armor one. I will get it. I think for the moment, it's more important. Actually, I've been neglecting restoration. I think for the moment, it's more important to put a point there. I have, like, seriously, I'm going to come to a point at some... Even though I'm pumping my health at the moment, I feel like I'm going to get to a point soon where if I don't have some bonuses to restoration, I'm not going to be able to heal myself quickly enough, and I'm going to end up dying because of it. And that would be most unfortunate. Like right now. Okay, we're back to where we started, sort of. Because this is where I fought all the bandits, and there's no sign of the dragon down here. I really should have done... I knew this. I thought about it afterwards, and I went, I really should have done like a mark on the trail before I went off and looked for the dragon that I just killed, so that I could use the recall spell and come back, because I could end up getting very far afield of where I expected to be. I'm not really seeing any signs of the dragon, but he's got to be up there somewhere. We'll probably come back this way at some point and find that the body has slowly just tumbled down the hill over time, because the dragon bodies do tend to move around a little bit. And we'll end up finding the corpse on the road to Falkreath. That was the other thing I thought of doing before as well, was going and putting a mark on the road back near Pine Watch, and then going down to Falkreath and getting the book for Falkreath so I could come back to Falkreath anytime I want, and then using the recall to come back to the road and continue on where I was. But it's not that important, mostly because at any time we can cast a spell. We can just take a carriage and come back. Yeah, he's stuck in a crevice somewhere over there. There's no doubt about it. But that's alright. Still a full save. Which I'm only using oak flesh. I should change that. So let's do that. Oh. I can't until I actually learn something more than oak flesh. I need to go and buy stone flesh. I had not bothered to buy stone flesh because I really wasn't using it very much. And when I'm using the staff of Hasadoki, it feels like I don't need it. And Serana will be right next to me. Somehow. Even though she was
Not very impressive, is it?
nowhere near
If
me
this ends
before
up
that.
being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
We've got to come up here and go over this way. And then come over here. I thought there was a bear in here, but I must be thinking of a different cave system.
Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful. Well, we got the knife. Now all we need to do is track down one of those canticle trees.
Oh, you mean like this one right here?
Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you. And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Don't remember that gate being there. Very strange. Oh, there's some more moths. Where's the last group of moths? Oop. Thought I saw one here. Here we go. Here's another group.
Let's head back up there and see if we can read the scrolls.
Which one are we supposed to read? The blood one. Somehow this is all supposed to mean something.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 leagues away. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
Too late.
Who's there?
I'm sorry, you were saying? There's a vampire underneath this spider, I'm positive. Won't let me drag the spider out, so... wrong one. Alright. I guess he didn't end up under there. I don't know what happened. Oh, there he is. Okay. I guess they came out of here. Well, this was the way we came in. Okay. Must have locked behind us as we came in. Okay, that's pretty damn easy. Don't mishit the things. We can go to Dragon's Bridge. And how do we want to go from here? So it almost feels like it would have been better to go... Oh no, we can go over here, up that way, and then over. Maybe. Yeah. Alright. So that's that way. We need to go. We avoided all those enemies. Not sure if I remember what's in this cave. Certainly not ringing any bells at the moment.
Knew I had something.
except spiders.
Stay on your guard.
Is this the one where we've got to fall in to go any further? I think it is. Because there's nothing here. Hang on. Yeah, that's fun.
Who's there? Something?
There's definitely something through that door, but... This is definitely a door, but there's no way to open it from this side that I can see. Certainly nothing obvious.
Did you hear something?
I start to remember this now.
Why would anyone want to set up camp here? I wonder what happened to them.
Maybe they ate some bad eggs. And there is the door we could not get through before. Very good. Aha, I knew it. I had a feeling there was a trap down there somewhere. Should have placed that. What's up here? Oh, nothing. Save would be a good idea, I think.
I don't like the look of this.
Production increased to 49, that's nice. Need it to go a lot higher than that, but you know, we're getting there. Maybe I'm going to have to go to the College of Winterhold and buy some levels in destruction, maybe. I got a feeling there are some I was going to say some Chorus egg things here, but no.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
Gillibor!
I am Knight Paladin Gelibor. Welcome to the great chantry of Auriel. Auriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves. I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed. Of course, you're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance. I need you to kill Archcurate Verther, my brother. The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen. They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause. The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum, where I believe they corrupted Verther. He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting. Leaving the Way Shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death. Yes, let me show you.
So this is snow activity. Incredible.
This structure is known as a Way Shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the Chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the Way Shrine's center and proceed to the next Way Shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Ariel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the Initiate's footsteps and traveling from Way Shrine to Way Shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment. There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry. Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the Initiate's ewer. Once you've located a Way Shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened. This may be the last time we're able to converse. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
What is that bonus I got from reading the Auriel Shrine? Fortify marksmanship. I mean, that's obviously what the
Questions? I expected as much.
thing up there is signifying, but I didn't realize that I did a whole playthrough of this, I think, as a crossbowman, and I could have gone and gotten that bonus, and it lasts for 12 hours,
Questions?
and that's
I expect
12 hours of gameplay, I think, not 12 hours of game time. I'm also thinking that this feels like a good place to stop. Because I just can't remember how long this is going to go for. So I think this is a nice, safe place for us to stop this stream. Really happy again with how we're going. We've done so well with our enchanting, no longer costing us anything for any of our destruction spells. Really nice. We're getting there. We've got, you know, our destruction skill is only at 49, which will take a little while. But also, our enchanting's at 70, and that's really nice. I want to get that, of course, to 100 as soon as we can. So every chance we get, we're enchanting things at the moment. But yeah, really happy with that. And come back for the next stream where we will continue on and there's not that much left in the Dawn Guard questline. I'm hoping I can knock it out in the next stream or two. So yeah, then it's on to Dragonborn. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I will catch you all next time. Bye now.